Greetings from the voice of Allan Kardec.
And welcome from the voice of the spirits.
We are here once again to take you on another small journey through the Spirits book by Allan Kardec. Today we will start the chapter on moral perfection. We will begin by covering virtues and vices, questions 893 to 897.
Enjoy.
Question 893. Which is the most meritorious of all the virtues?
All virtues are meritorious because all are signs of progress on the path of the good. There is always virtue when there is voluntary resistance to the allure of evil tendencies. However, the highest virtue consists in the sacrifice of one's own interests for the good of one's neighbor without ulterior motives. The greatest merit is that which is based on the most disinterested charity.
Question 894. There are persons who do good through a spontaneous impulse without having to struggle with any contrary sentiment. Do they deserve the same merit as those who have to struggle against their own nature and who manage to overcome it?
Those who do not have to struggle have already made progress. They struggled and triumphed in the past. That is why good sentiments cost them no effort, and their actions seem so easy. Doing good has become a habit for them. They should be honored as old warriors who have earned their ranks. Since you are still far from perfection, such examples surprise you by their contrast, and you admire them so much because they are rare. However, you must know that on worlds more advanced than yours, what is the exception among you has become the rule. The sentiment of the good is spontaneous everywhere on those worlds because they are inhabited only by good spirits, and a single bad intention would be a monstrous exception. That is why humans are so happy there. The same will occur on the earth when humanity transforms itself, and when it understands and practices charity in its true meaning.
Question 895. Besides the defects and vices about which no one can be mistaken, what is the most characteristic sign of imperfection?
Self-centeredness. Moral qualities many times do not stand up when put to the test, like copper gilding that cannot withstand the test of the touchstone. Individuals may possess real qualities that make them appear moral to the world. However, while such qualities do indicate progress, they do not always bear up under certain trials, and sometimes it takes only one touch of self-centeredness to unmask these individuals' real character. True selflessness is in fact so rare on earth that it is admired as a remarkable phenomenon when it displays itself. Attachment to material things is a notorious indication of impurity, because the more humans are attached to the things of this world, the less they understand their true destiny. Through selflessness, however, they show that they see the future from a more evolved point of view.
Question 896. There are selfless individuals who nonetheless lack discernment and who waste their possessions without real benefit because they do not know how to use them reasonably. Will they have any merit?
They have merit for their selflessness, but not for the potential good they could do. If selflessness is a virtue, thoughtless squandering is always, at the very least, a lack of judgment. Fortune is not given to some to be cast to the wind any more than it is given to others to be locked up in a safe. It is a deposit for which they will have to render account. They will have to answer for all the good they could have done but did not do, and for all the tears they could have dried with the money they gave away to those who were not actually needy.
Question 897. Are those blameworthy who do good without seeking a reward on earth, but in the hope that it may be taken into account in the next life, so that their situation may be better? And does such a thought harm their advancement?
One must do good out of charity, that is, selflessly.
Sub-question 897a. And nevertheless, all have the very natural desire to progress in order to emerge from the painful situation of this life. The spirits teach us to do good with that purpose in mind. So would it be wrong to think that through practicing the good we may hope for a better situation?
Certainly not. However, those who do good without ulterior motives, who do it for the sole pleasure of being pleasing to God and their suffering neighbor, have already found a certain degree of advancement, which will enable them to obtain happiness more quickly than those who do good through calculation and not through the natural impulse of their heart.
Refer to question number 894. Sub-question 897b. Shouldn't we make a distinction here between the good that can be done for our neighbor and the care we devote to correcting our own defects? We know that doing good with the thought that it will be counted to us in the next life has little merit. But would it also be a sign of impurity if we were to amend ourselves, conquer our passions, and correct our character with the aim of bringing ourselves nearer to the good spirits and of receiving a higher position in the spirit world?
No. By doing good, we merely mean being charitable. Those who calculate what each one of their good actions can render them in the other life or in the earthly life proceed selfishly. But there is no selfishness in improving oneself in the hope of drawing nearer to God, because that is the objective for all.